yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Let me go over here to the comments so that I can see you. Hey, Mandy, how are you? I'm doing pretty good today. Just checking to see if I need to put some lotion on, lotion on my hands. How are you? What have you been up to? I would have a haul, a small one, but Blick is not cooperating. they don't seem to want to let me have my things, and I am this close to breaking up with them. We had a long relationship. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Kim. But I am this close to breaking up with Blick. Oh my goodness. So I placed an order, you guys, and it got lost. And they said, okay, maybe was it Monday or Tuesday? They said it's lost. We'll give it another day and then we'll ship it back out. So that would be Wednesday, right? Well, I called on Wednesday. Oh, it got lost, but there's a good explanation, or it might still be there or something. And so give us another day, and then we will reship it. Hi, Lori. I'm telling my Blick story. This might be the beginning of my breakup story. Hi, Penny. Hey, Mary. It is so good to see you. Hey. So anyway, so I placed the order with Blick. It got lost. They said on Monday. No, they said on Tuesday if it wasn't there by Wednesday, they would reship it. Then they said on Wednesday if it wasn't there by today, they would reship it. So I called them today, and today they say they're going to reship it. However, so now, mind you, them reshipping it shouldn't have anything to do with me or my credit card or debit card, nothing, right? Because this is a paid for order. But they're going to reship it, but then they go and they charge my card again for the price of the order. And I'm like, wait a minute. What's happening? Why are you charging my card? It was lost. You're just reshipping it. Why do you have to charge me again? Well, the reason they had to charge me again is because one of the items in the order was on back order now. So it shipped out originally. So now that they're trying to do the reshipment, one of them was on back order. So since the price of the order would change, they needed to recharge me, but the charge will fall off. And I was like, no, that's not good enough. That's not acceptable to me, because now you all are holding on to double the amount of money that you're entitled to. Oh, Blick. They just don't want to do right by me. Okay, so anyway, supposedly my order is on the way. So maybe next week I'll have a little small haul of some stuff from Blick. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be Shannon might have jinxed me because I ordered those Holbein pencils. And maybe I'm not supposed to have them. I didn't even order that many. I just wanted a few. Curiosity got the better of me. I just wanted to test them out. I think I ordered 10. Anywho, okay, you guys, it is still whip central around here. Let me tell you. So I'm not. Normally, I would say I'm not a whip person, right? If I abandon a page, it's abandoned forever. But if I'm finishing a page, then I go ahead and finish it. But for March, for whatever reason, I have started so many pages. Hi, Bayou. Hi. I have started so many pages for March, and I've not finished. I might have finished one. I think I finished one so far. But anyway, so let me do the whip parade, and then I have a page today that I'm determined to finish on stream. Okay, so y'all hold me to that and see if I actually accomplish it. Hold on one second. I've got to print it out, so let me make sure I've got paper in my printer. Nope, no paper. Hold on. Okay, as Foxy would say, hold please, hold please. Okay, let me print that while I show the whip parade so we can get this page started and finished. But I'm thinking, so this is my thinking about me as a whip person. I'm thinking, I don't think I'm the whip person to say, like, oh, I started this last December and I'll pick it back up next December. Or I don't think I'm that girl, at least not yet. But I think I'm the whip person that's like throughout the month, just kind of dibbling and dabbling in and out of different pages, just playing around. And part of what made me, what I think is inspiring me to become this person, hold on, let me print this while I'm talking. What is inspiring me to become the whip person that I'm becoming is watercolor, because y'all know I'm in a battle with watercolor. I am determined to win, and I'm determined to use water as much as I possibly can until I win. Until I figure out this water stuff, watercolor pencils, Neocolor 2s, regular water, all the water. Okay. I'm putting it on everything. But what happens is you have to stop and let it dry. And then sometimes I'm not ready to stop being creative or coloring specifically. So I end up going to another page. And that's kind of what's got me with all these whips. Okay. So hold on. Where did I put that image? I just got it. Here it is. I got an image from Etsy so that I could, because I wanted something big that I could finish during the stream, so I could have a finished page for the month. I think this technically will be my second finished page. I got some images from Mariola Budek. I love her illustrations. I got some from her, and then I got some random ones. What I'm going to color today is random. Let me print this. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, me and Blick are having a battle. Me and Water are having a battle. Okay, here's my first whip. This is my first whip. This doesn't even count as a whip. All I've done is a little bit of basing on the stones here, and then on this windmill. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but this is the start of whip number 1. And then let me go back over here because I'm not seeing the chat. I'm getting better about the chat, you guys. Y'all know it's still a work in progress, so keep me in your prayers. Laying you out for the most part. Okay, I must have missed something. Shannon. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I'm just trying to catch up, you guys. Bear with me. Kim, what have you been using? Okay, Langrau for the most part. I already started with them and couldn't color match them. Kim, is that a CBN issue? I don't have any of those yet. So doing a whole page with gel pens is not the way to go. Mandy, definitely not learning experience. Yes, there's so much learning in coloring. I am learning, okay? Because this water, y'all, it's a battle. It's a battle, but I'm in it to win it. Okay, so this is whip number 1. This is whip. You guys know I have recently decided that I love Lulu Mayo. This is whip number 2. That's number 2. I think I haven't done anything on this since last week. This is whip number 3. This is a buddy color I'm doing with Hadassah. She is so awesome and so sweet, you guys. And she is such a good colorist. She's pretty new like me, but she's, I like her. I like her style. And then you guys remember this from last week that is a current watercolor disaster. But you know me, I'm in it. I'm in the battle till the end. So we won't judge. I mean, you can judge. It looks crazy, but I'm in it. This is all the water is on here though. And this is a Millie Murata. You guys, her paper is pretty good with water, in my opinion. I mean, it's wrinkly, but I have drowned this page in water multiple times. Like, I've gone over it multiple times and it has no peeling. It's holding up pretty good. So this is another whip. I told you I'm the whip queen for March. Angela, yes, I'm doing many layers over stuff. I'm learning, Angela. I'm trying. I have a whip in here. Oh, the title page. This is a whip. This is a buddy color with Mandy. Y'all know Mandy's been done for days. This is my whip still. This is a whip. More water. I am determined to win. I'm not giving up, y'all. You will see lots of water from me. Well, I like mixed media coloring anyway. This is a whip inspired by Angela last week. I just based this with these Zig Art and Graphic markers. These are my favorite dual tip Tombow-like markers. So I've had Tombows, didn't love them. I've had the King Arts. They're awesome. I recommend those over Tombows because the price is amazing. But the King Arts, I don't know if they still sell their 96 colors. They used to sell 96 colors. Now I think they only come in 48. So I think that makes them like second to Tombow now. But my number one is the Zig Art and Graphic Twin. And the reason is the nib. I don't know if you can tell on this green. You can really tell good on this black one. You guys see the nib? It's kind of like rubber. See how smooth it is? It's not a fiber tip. And I love these things. Now, they're not my favorite like dye-based marker. My favorites are the Macaron Brush Marker Pros. But I like these because also they don't go through the paper. Although this paper in this book is crazy thick. So I don't even think the Macaron markers would bleed through here. Because in fact, I feel like one of these colors was the Macaron. It was. This darker green was a Brush Marker Pro, and none of them go through this paper. I love this book. I know that this paper is problematic, I think, for pencils. I haven't gotten there yet. Well, I did a little bit of pencil work on these purple flowers. What did I use? Oh, I don't remember what pencil I used. It was either Luminance, I think is what I used on those two flowers. I did not use Light Fast because I have definitely heard those are problematic on this paper. But I love it. So that's the whip parade, you guys. I have all the whips and I'm about to start another one, but I am determined to finish it tonight. And when you guys see how big this picture is, you will believe in me that I can get it done. Let me get some white paper because I'm going to need to put a sheet underneath. Let's see. Let me go back and catch up with the chat. See if I miss anybody. I responded to you, Angela, but I didn't actually say hi. So hi. Hi, Brittany. Welcome. 4 or 5 pages using a lot of the Guangna acrylic gel pens from the 168 set. I have some of the Langyao 1mm acrylic gel pens from the 90 set. I'm still needing. I had gotten a lot of those Langyao pens when they first kind of came on the scene. I got the thin ones and I ended up giving those away because I like the Sakura Moonlight pens. For one, they're not quite as needlepoint as those Langyao, the first set of Langyao. I know that a lot of people are getting the bigger Langyao now, but I like the Moonlight, even though they don't have a million colors. I really like them, and maybe I don't do a lot of gel pen work, so I didn't feel like I needed like 100 of them either. So after I kind of collected them all, I was like, I'm not really gonna use them. And y'all know me, if I know I'm not gonna use something, I'm not gonna keep it in here. I'm gonna pass it on to someone who can use it instead of it just sitting here looking at me in my face. They're so pretty though. The thing that gets me is that they're so pretty. When people open up that coin now set of like acrylic markers or whatever they're doing, y'all, I'm just so I love it. I love all the color. Let's see. To get the 160 Chroma refillable acrylic gel pen set. I don't know anything about that. Bigger areas. Do you guys have you gotten any updates on the new polys? Because I kind of was thinking that if I like the Holbeins, that they might replace polys for me. Because I don't feel like I need so many sets just on hand. I feel like it's either going to be the Holbeins or the polys for me. The polys will be finding a new home if I like the Holbeins. If I don't, then I'm good with the polys. But the issue for me with the polys is I really need them to expand their color line. I misspoke one day. I was saying that they didn't have a light blue. I think what I was thinking is they don't have a light purple. There's some colors missing, and I think I'm hoping that the new ones work. Let's see. I appreciate you, Ivy. Shani picked the page. Oh, okay. Okay. I have Shannon to thank for the last whip. I love that book. It was an uncolored book for me until I based that page. So thank you all. Thank you, Shannon, for that. I needed to get into that book. I want to get into every single book. I don't want really any uncolored books. I ordered one more book. It's just a Creative Haven bird book. It's like Birds of Song or Songbirds, I think is the name of it. It was like $4.99 on Amazon. And I don't know what it is, but I love birds. And speaking of, I forgot a whip. I've got a whip in one of my sketchbooks too. You guys, this is in the ugly stage, but in the interest of showing whips, just use your imagination. Mountains, a lake, a tree with some greenery, a path in the country. That's another whip that I have. Okay, so here's the picture for tonight from Etsy. See, this can be finished in an hour, right? And not only that, I'm going to use oil pastels. I have not used my oil pastels in a while, and I love oil pastels. Do you guys? I don't like the King Art Dual brush pens at all. I got a set from eBay seller and swatch them out to find the colors look too alike. Oh, I didn't find that. For my in my experience, let me see, because I had the 96 set and I gave them away, but I do still have the swatch sheet. Here it is. See, I feel like they had a good color range in the 96 set from King Art. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I know that the Tombow does edge out the King Art in their color selection overall, but I liked them. I feel like performance-wise, for sure, even if the color scheme wasn't your cup of tea, performance-wise, there was no real difference at all. Not to justify the cost. Brush pens. Hi, Emily. Welcome. Hi. Let's see. You guys, Mary is an artist. She's a real artist. She's a colorist too, like us, but she also like paints a lot. More than I do, and I should be painting more. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my oil pastels real quick and share my views. These are Artecho. I had a 120 set of these, and I ended up giving them away to someone who, was getting into oil pastels. This is all I have. These, you guys, are inexpensive, but really, really good. I think you can get the 120 set for like $40 on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. These are the side sets. I'm not going to be using these today. This is the Mungyo Gallery Metallics. They have 24. A lot of times, if you search for the metallics, oil pastels from Gallery, they'll show you the 12 set, but don't be fooled. They have a 24 set of metallic oil pastels. And these are my neon oil pastels. These are Mungyo Gallery also. Now, Mungyo has a regular line of oil pastels, not the Gallery, but I prefer the Gallery set. So that's those, but here are some of my favorite oil pastels. Now, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on what brands you like, but of course, I love these. This is the Mungyo Gallery set. This is the 72 count, and I love them. But I'm going to tell you what, as much as I love them, and these are very popular, I feel like the color selection could be a little bit better, specifically in the browns. There's really only this one true brown shade in this set, but I love these. These things are so good. But the price difference between the Mungyo 72 and the Mungyo 120 is a big jump price-wise. I mean, it's not crazy. It's not Sennelier prices. But you guys, okay, here's another set that I love, the Marte. Mont has signature and premium. If you get these, make sure you get premium extra soft. There is a huge difference. But this is the Mont Vibrant set. I'm probably going to use this. I love the color selection here. It's kind of like the Artecho. I love the Artecho. If I had to rank these, I would put the Artecho ahead of these, but I do like these, the premium. But look at these browns. You get more. I just feel like the color selection is better here than the Gallery. But let me keep the lid off of this one because I think this is probably the one of the sets I'm going to use today. And then, oh, I never hear anybody talk about these. I love these. These are the SOHO. Hi, Devin. Welcome. These are the SOHO Urban Artists. I think this is Jerry's Artarama, like store brand is the SOHO Urban Artist. But these are so soft. These are the most lipstick-like of the ones that I have. Let me take that back. They're not Sennelier soft, but they're pretty consistent across the range. They're not as they're what am I trying to say? They're a lot more opaque, like across the whole range. So I love these, and they're inexpensive, and you get 72. I don't remember what they're going for these days, but these have a good color range too, but they're more similar to the Mungyo color range. I don't think it's as nice as the Mont. I think I'm going to use the Mont tonight. But let me show you, speaking of Mont, they have that set, right? They have a vibrant set that's considered like traditional oil pastel colors, but then they have natural hues. And then look at these muted colors. And then not only that, they have this Macaron set. Now you get 39 colors. These are like the sweet here. And then this is like the natural kind of little more muted versions of the colors. You guys, these sets are $12.99 each on Amazon. I put a link in the description, but $12.99 and you get 39 oil pastels. And in this one, you get 3 whites. And you guys, white is, in all mediums, it's an important color. But yeah, so this is, I'm going to keep this natural one open since I am doing a flower. So we'll let this be one of the sets that we use today. But I loved it, $12.99. And then the Mont, this one that has 72, I want to say it's $24 or something. So basically you could have a set of 100 and something, what, 72, 39, and 39. That's what, 150 oil pastels for less than $50. And look at the colors that you get. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm a fan. And I pulled out a couple of Sennelier because I see leaves, and one of my favorite colors to use is this Cinnabar. Is it Cinnabar Yellow Brown? I can never remember. Cinnabar Yellow Brown is fantastic for leaves. So I pulled out a few of these. I love the Sennelier oil pastels too, but I will say in my experience, they're inconsistent across the whole range. Some of the finish or the feel is a little bit different from oil pastel to oil pastel. By and large, they're great. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna finish a page. We're getting out of Whitville. We're going to finish a page. Let me get a paper towel. Oh, I do have a small haul. I guess Amazon didn't let me down like Blick did. I got these 2 paint brushes. These are Princeton round blenders, and these I like for when you're getting kind of rough blending with paint and all that kind of stuff. I like these. This is a 12. This is a 6. The one that I had previously was like a really inexpensive one, and I drove that thing into the ground, and it died. It basically fell apart. It fell apart. Okay, let's pick some colors. Let me see. I want it to be bright. So maybe like a bright red and a pink, maybe this pink. I don't know, maybe both. Those do not seem like they really want to go together, but we're going to see if they will be friends. You guys, I'm a smusher with my fingers with oil pastels. I have tools that I use. Let me show some. I use these things with oil pastels. I use this to sharpen my, clean my stumps. I use these little toothpicks that have cotton on the ends. When I want to blend into a really tight area, I use these. I don't know if you can tell. See, it's got cotton on both ends. You can probably see it better if I just hold this up. And these little eyeshadow applicators, these tortillons and blender stumps. I use those for oil pastels. I'll keep that out. And I use Gamsol. I keep it in this little baby mason jar so that if I end up contaminating it, I've not contaminated the whole bottle. I'll show you guys what it looks like in case you want to get some. This is a Gamsol. It's just odorless mineral spirits, and you can get other brands too. This is just the brand that I use. So, but that's what's in here. And I keep these little makeup sponges in here. Usually if I don't have this much Gamsol in here, I've got it kind of full this time, but I usually just like dip my brush into the makeup sponge so it doesn't get so wet with Gamsol. Because if it gets too wet or drippy, then it kind of moves your medium around too much that it could almost disappear from the page. But if you just I keep these little makeup sponges in here and then just put enough Gamsol to keep them wet, to keep them damp, and then I just usually tap my brush into the makeup sponge and it puts just enough Gamsol on there, but I've really got too much in here right now. Okay, let's get a whip, a non-whip. Hi, Christy. You guys, I just got this image from Etsy, like right before starting my live. And I'm looking at it now. I just wanted to get something that would be really easy to finish so that I wouldn't add to my whip total. But as I'm looking at it, You guys, I'm not sure if this is not AI. I'm going to tell you what has me thinking that. I looked at it on the screen before I bought it, but this little, what is that little thing right there? I don't know what that is. Huh. I think that's the only thing that I see that's giving me pause. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a completed page. So let's get with the program. Okay. Wait, I can't see you guys. Okay, let me catch up. I don't remember. I know that, so I ordered from Mariola Budek. This is just random. Let me look on here. I'll tell you. I didn't even care. It wasn't anybody that I knew. I'll put it in the description later. You guys know I'm not immune from tech issues, so if I get to messing around too much, I don't know what will happen. Okay. Do you guys smush with your fingers or do you use something else to like blend out? Because for me, I don't know. I feel like the oil pastels just work better with my fingers. I'm going to go in so that I can finish this page today. Lori, I hope everything is going well. This picture cost me $2. Like some random number, like $1.87 or $2.07, right at $2. It came with another image with a bird. Let's see. It popped up and I was like, oh, that's pretty. I know I can finish that. I know I can finish that in a little bit of time. So this is, I'm going to use all the Marte Premium Extra Soft. If you buy the Marte, don't forget, don't buy the Signature. The Marte Signature is a world away from the Premium Extra Soft. A world away. It is a whole different kettle of fish. Sometimes I like to get messy with my art. I am planning this weekend to do some messy art because I finally got a gel plate, as you guys might remember last week. And I'm super excited. I know Devin is a pro at gel printing stuff. Oh, I guess I do have a small haul. I won't bother. I bought tons of Master's Touch acrylic paint. It was on sale last week. So like each tube, I'll show you the sizes of the tubes. I won't show all of the tubes though. Each tube is 4 ounces and they were $3.50 a tube. So I got tons, all to use on the gel plate. And then Shannon was telling me I have tons of like folk art craft paint too. Shannon said I can use that on the gel plate. I'm going to make a mess this weekend and I'm excited about it. I love oil pastels. I'm planning to even do the background with oil pastels. I love it. Yeah, I think it's the body heat, Callie. Hi, Callie. I didn't say hi. I didn't see you come in. Welcome. And I love it. I love it. They just melt. Unless you get a hold of a what in my opinion is a bad oil pastel. that doesn't smush or blend. They should blend with your finger pretty easily. We'll just cover over whatever that little, I don't know what the artist was intending with that little thing. I don't know, but I don't like it. It looks weird. I need some lighter color. So now when I get to an edge and I don't want to go over, that's when I usually use some sort of blending tool. Or if I need to get into like an area where my fat fingers won't allow me without making a complete mess, then I will use one of these tools here or a brush with Gamsol. We'll just see. Like right here. I would use this to get the pastel into that area without going over. And you could use anything. You could use these tortillons, you could use blending stumps, you could use a paintbrush. But the paintbrush, usually they're softer. And so I find that if I'm going to use the paintbrush to move it around, I need to use the Gamsol. I have to clean off the tortillon, clean off my finger. It's fun though, making a mess sometimes. Let's see. I feel like I need something darker. That could be wrong. That could be a mistake in the waiting. It's a mistake waiting to happen. Now, let's see. What do we want to do? I kind of feel like I've gone over here, but it's okay. I will put whatever I put for the background, I will be able to cover that up, I hope. Let's see. Let's get like I wish I had like a golden orange color. Let me see. Maybe like this one. Yeah, maybe that. You know what is else is weird as I'm looking at this? Why is there's stamen, right? And then there's more petals inside. Oh. Let's get a brighter color. Oh well. We're not going to ask too many questions. I guess the moral of the story is don't rush and buy a picture 5 minutes before you go live. And then you will have a chance to properly assess what you're getting. I just wanted something that wouldn't be a whip at the end of the day. I need a clean finger. Okay, I missed a question. Oh, thank you all so much for helping me out and answering questions about the gel plate. Um, I am super excited. I don't know all the things that can be done, but at first, when I first saw it, I don't even remember what channel I was looking at, but I remember feeling like it was, I don't know, it was so like strange, like what, what was being done with it. They were putting paint down, putting stencils down, pulling these pages up, and they look so interesting, like that I would be able to use it, in my fantasy life as a junk journaler, which I'm really not a junk journaler yet, but I aspire to be. I feel like this pink over here is weird. Yeah, it wasn't working for me. But yeah, it's just really cool. But I don't, I think it's something you kind of have to practice and figure out what to do, because I still don't know. As I'm sitting here right now, I don't know when to pull the print. I don't know exactly. Do you let it dry? Because sometimes I'll see people put the paper on there and they'll smooth it down and then they'll like put it to the side and let it dry. But then sometimes they'll put the paint on the gel plate and then immediately put the paper down and immediately pull the print. So I don't oh yeah, I've got them right. I've got them right here. I've got wipes right here. Yep. Gotta have some wipes to, because every now and again, wiping your finger on the paper towel is not going to be good enough, especially to me when I'm changing colors. But I'm staying in this like red pink family, so I feel like just the quick wipe on the paper towel is sufficient for right now. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, when do you pull it immediately? When do you let it dry? Another thing that I don't quite understand is layering, like put the paint down, put some texture on there, pull the print, and then put something else, and then use the same paper to add to. I'm so excited, you guys. It's just fascinating to me. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We need some green. Let me use my favorite. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me figure these out. I'm just going to put this bright color, and then let me see if I have a darker color. Maybe this. I'm trying to figure out if this is a leaf or if this, I think that's a petal. It's going to be a petal today. I've got to go back and watch some of Devin's lives, but I almost feel like Devin is too advanced for me. I'm just fascinated. Yeah, I usually keep baby wipes, and also I keep Clorox wipes next to me because some stuff a baby wipe is not equipped to handle. Some messes that I get into in here, the baby wipes are not up to the task, and I have to use a. Um, Now I got that all outside of the line. I mean, that's just all over. Hopefully, I can cover that up. I know if I were to spray fixative, I could come back and layer that, but I should be able to layer some oil pastel over there anyway. Let's put some of this dark color in here. Yeah, that is necessary. Very, very. Yes, Camila de Erico is completely play for me. I have deconstructed almost every one of her books that I have, except my favorite. My favorite book by her so far is The Flights of Fancy. I did not. That one survived the great book apocalypse that happened over here, where I completely took apart so many books. And I don't regret it. I really don't. Okay. Okay, let's do some green just to get some color going. I need a darker green too. Maybe this. I'm using this paper as scratch paper, which is a recipe for disaster because as I now I need a white so I can switch colors. But it's a recipe for disaster because I'm certain to pick some of this up on my shirt, sleeve, or something. Okay, let me get a paper cup. I'm just asking for a disaster. Okay. I feel like I need a darker green. You guys, I'm very ambitious about my fat fingers. I'm acting like they can just get into all the areas without making a mess. And I'm clearly that is not the case. I feel like I need a darker green than the one I used on there. I'm looking for a dark green, but this is like a dark brown green. That might be doing too much. What about this one? Yeah, that's a better green. We'll do that with these other leaves. See how that works. Maybe I'll do the blending stump. The only thing about the blending stump is sometimes it picks up more oil pastel than it ends up blending out. That's another reason why I like to use my finger. Your finger is not picking up the material. You know what I mean? It's just literally just blending. Same thing with the Gamsol. If you're not careful, it will. Yeah, I liked that green better. If you're not careful, it will pick up what you're trying to put down. What is this green called so that I don't forget? This one is Hooker's green. I'm making a mess and I love it. Angela, I've wanted a gel plate for a while. It does look like fun, right? I got two. I got the 5x7 and 8x10. I couldn't decide what size because I was kind of thinking 5x7 because it's smaller since I'm new to it. But most everybody that I have seen do it, they use 8x10. So I went ahead and got an 8x10. Devin, I have a video showing my hubby how to. Oh, I need to watch that. Yes, I am definitely gonna watch that, Devin. I definitely need to. This weekend is going down. I'm so excited. I love it. Shannon was trying to help me out and give me some tips and info because I wasn't even sure in terms of paint. Like, I was like, I don't. I have tons of paint in here. Like I have lots of heavy body paint, but I was thinking I couldn't use that because I never was seeing any videos where people were using heavy body paint. Most of the ones that I see, they're using Liquitex Basics. And the only Liquitex Basics that I have are the fluorescent. Most times when I paint, I'm using heavy body, or I'm doing something completely crafty and I'm using the folk art, which is why I have a lot of that. Look, I'm getting that oil pastel everywhere. It doesn't matter. The goal is for this to be finished and not be a whip at the end of the day. The goal then is not that it will be a non-messy finished page. It just needs to be a finished page. That is the goal. Finished, including some sort of something in the background. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Devin. I'm going right after this to find that video and play it. I need to figure out what color to do in the background. I should probably keep it simple and just do blue. What do you guys think about that idea? Callie, I don't have oil pastels, but other than pencil, I make a mess with everything. I would advise everybody to get some oil pastels in your life. I mean, they just are fun. They're inexpensive. You get a ton of colors in most set. Well, they're inexpensive for the most part, I should say. There are some expensive ones, a la Sennelier, but you don't have to get expensive ones. That's the thing about it. These Mont sets, $50, you can have all three sets, and like I was saying earlier, there'd be 150 pastels, and I like them as long as you get the premium. And the Artecho, they're very good. I wish I had still had that whole set that I could show you guys. Look at that, just making a mess. Like my fingers are just the tool to use. You know, as I'm doing this, I do not mind this leaf as much, but it stands out. So I feel like I have to use that same wrong green somewhere else just to so that it doesn't look so strange. This is what happens when I go rogue and I do not use my swatch chart to choose colors. What's the point of having it if you're not going to use it? Yeah, all over the place. One good thing about buying pages from Etsy, I could reprint this and do it again. I'm not going to, but I could. I love this Cinnabar brown. Cinnabar, is it Cinnabar? I always forget. I know it's Cinnabar, but it's Cinnabar yellow brown. I love this color. Now, I really, for these leaves, especially toward the tips, I should have been using my blending stump, but hey. Oil pastels do not dry. You would have to apply a fixative to it. And usually I use the Krylon workable fixative, and I usually do a couple of coats, and that seems to be fine in my experience. A little bit of this weird green just because. Let me use this. Let me act like I care a little bit about staying inside of the line. I'm really putting a lot on this background to hide these flaws. And if nothing else, what do we know? Acrylic. No matter what it looks like, at a certain point, you could pull out the acrylic markers and try to make it look like something, like you had some sort of intention. Devin says the lives are not the way to go, because Devin, those lives have me intimidated. Okay, let me just say, I think your lives are the first ones where that I've seen certain things happen with gel plates that I didn't even know was a thing. I think you were the first one that I saw, pretty sure, do like a transfer image. That's a whole other thing that you can do. Now to do the image transfers, don't you have to have do you have to have like magazines in order to do that, or can you print those images out in order to do the image transfer? No, the oil pastel cannot be erased. Not like, well, in a way, it. Let me say, unequivocally, no, it cannot be erased, but you can lighten it sometimes with the Gamsol. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Look at this paper; it's a complete mess. Okay, so for example, if I've got, well, I've got some here. Let me get a Q-tip. So I've got this oil pastel here that I've been using for like swatches. The Gamsol kind of lifts it up and lightens it just a little bit. Now it's not going to erase it, but it will kind of lift it and spread it. That's why the Gamsol is good for blending. See that? And it will make this like stain look to your paper, but that will dry. So that, what looks like an oil spot is not, it's not. It will dry and it will look just like paper again. Okay. We need to put a little more. I feel like I need a little bit more of this dark one around here. Maybe I'll use my. That's the thing about the blending stump. It picks up so much of the oil pastel. I just always come back to my finger. Yeah, I really still don't like this pink over here. Okay, we are getting somewhere. When using oil pastels, I only ever blend it out completely. But you use it thick like this, you do have to fix it. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm behind. And you can still use colored pencil on top after the fixative. Yes, you can absolutely. That's a good question, Devin. Yes, you can use oil. You can use pencil on top. Pastels like paper with tooth. Yes, they do. You can use them on smooth paper. Like this is a smooth paper, but they would like this paper even better. This Mont, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Look, I've got it upside down. This Canton, they would like this even better. This has more tooth. But I've used them in coloring books and use them on smooth paper, use them on whatever. Like this is what I have in my printer a lot of the times. At least my printer in here where I am now, most of the time I have this paper just in the printer, and it's not regular cartridge paper, printer paper, but it's not heavyweight cardstock either. So it's almost like a vellum texture. So it's not completely smooth. Like a regular cartridge paper would be, like a Hewlett Packard 32-pound paper would be silky smooth. This is not that smooth. So it's a little bit better than straight printer paper. I kind of feel like this should have some brown. Just a little bit. Now I definitely need to use this. Maybe even a thinner one. I'll use this. To do this part. But yeah, you could paint the oil pastel on as well. You can have a lot more control with oil pastels than you might think. So for example, let me get this brush that I told you has fallen apart on me that I had to replace. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. This little cheap brush. Hold on, you guys. I had to close my blinds. It's dark now and people can see me. Okay, so this brush is completely like, it's dead. I mean, I could re-glue it, but it's not the same as it once was. It's a shell of its former self. So you could like, you see how I've got Gamsol where you could see it liquid in there. Normally I wouldn't have that. I would just have those two makeup sponges down in there damp, where I could, like, I guess you can see, I would tap on the sponge. I'm trying to show you without it getting so much Gamsol on there. I really don't like it to get drenched. But what you can do is take your oil pastel and get the pigment off of here, and you can paint with that. So oil pastels can be as neat as you want them to be. I tend to use them messy, but they don't have to be. They really are very, very versatile. It can be super painterly, if you want it to be. They just can be a lot of things, and I love it. Let's see. Thank you, Shanna. I really didn't come here just to promote my channel. Oh, we want to support you, Devin. You are awesome. We want people to go so we can learn from each other. I love it. Needed eraser erases pan pastel. Yeah. No, nothing is going to erase the oil pastel. I think I answered that. Krylon workable fixative. Yes. Works great with oil pastels. You can seal them with golden satin glazing liquid also. You can seal them with acrylic medium. You can use matte medium. You can use gloss medium. You can seal them with a varnish. I have sealed them with the Kamar varnish, and that's a Krylon product as well. All of my spray sealers and spray fixatives are all Krylon. But the workable fixative is a workhorse. You can't beat that thing. Yes, I help hubby do a transfer. I'm sold. Glossy magazines work best, but you can do laser prints. But I think they're more finicky. Oh, okay. I'm going to get some magazines. I feel like I need to stock up on magazines for my junk journaling and art journaling and all of that. And the reason I feel like I need to stock up on them is because I feel like magazines might go away. Let me finish these leaves so I can. I'm going to spray some fixative before I put the background color down because when I blend over these messy areas, I want a better chance that it's going to sit on top of it and it's not going to disturb the oil pastel underneath. So I'm going to run and spray it. And then we'll do the background. And then I'll have a finished page for March. And I can join the finished page parade instead of the WIP parade. Let's see. And then I'm not saying that I'm done with this, but I just want to go ahead and start putting some color on the background so I can finish. Hi, Sue. I'm behind, but hi. Let's see. Workable fixative adds tooth. Yep. Workable fixative is fantastic. If you have used up the tooth of your paper, and this is something I'm kind of figuring out since I've started messing around with pan pastels and stuff. Pan pastel will use up the tooth of your paper just like that. But workable fixative is your friend. Workable fixative is your friend, especially going over pan pastel with your pencils, with your whatever you're trying to put on top of there. If you want to, like I said, I like to do mixed media stuff. So I like to kind of use all the things. And I am eventually going to bring back that coloring challenge to use all the things or use it all with Ivy Pearl or whatever it is. Like use a lot of stuff on one page. But I love that. Yeah, the makeup sponge is great. I've done that for years. I always have a little jar with those two makeup sponges in there. You know, the spongy kind you blend out your face makeup or whatever with, and I just keep it where it's just damp. And it, you know, Gamsol, it doesn't really like evaporate in a sealed jar. So I just open it up when I start working and dab my brush on there. Close the bottle. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. I'm behind, so welcome. Hey, Amy. I heard that you have a buddy. Well, I was going to say you have a buddy color coming up, but you have lots of buddy colors. But there's one that I think I might want to join in on. I'm hesitant to join buddy colors because y'all, I'm so slow. Despite what all of these whips would tell you for March, I normally, number one, don't even start this many pages in a given month. And then it'll be a challenge to see if I actually finish these pages this month. And I do have another page that I'm supposed to be finishing a buddy color. I better get to it because it is the 19th. Love mixed media color. Isn't it awesome, Devin? I'm telling you, I love to use all the things. The stickles, the acrylic paint, acrylic markers, oil pastels, washi tape, Posca pins, gel pen. I just throw it all on a page. Okay, so I'm gonna run out and spray this real quick, you guys, and I will be right back. Give me like a minute and a half, okay? And then we can resume the regularly scheduled program.
And I must believe that if he did it, he'll do it again. God has been too good to me. Every good and perfect thing. Let's see what today may bring for my good. For my good. It's so but his mercy endures forever. For the Lord is good.
Okay, I'm back. I'm going to get another piece of this scrapbook paper because I want to get that messy page out of the way. I sprayed a heavy coat on there because I didn't want to have to go back. You guys, I don't spray. I don't know if you do or not, but I don't spray in my studio / craft room. I always go outside. Let's clean up a little bit and not be a complete pig. Let's see. Okay. Now we have a piece of paper without messy swatches on the side. Now we're going to make another mess because that's part of what we're doing. We're making a mess. Let's figure out what to do in the background. I think either blues or maybe tealy blues. Let me get a piece of paper to use as a scrap instead of doing it on there. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Or like more blue? Can you even see those? One has like more green in it. Let me see what color it would be with that. Oh no, that's too gray. Oh, I need to make it where I can see the comments. Yes, use it all. I'm just starting to use oil pastels and coloring some. Oh, good. The Africa. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to join that buddy color. Let's see. I need magazines and books to not completely go away because it will be way more difficult to get access to the illustrated step-by-step instruction. Yes, because everybody is not like wanting to get their information from a screen, right? Sometimes I don't want to be screen dependent. I still occasionally like the tactile feel of paper. And especially like for me with my planner, even though I keep my calendar digitally, I also keep a paper planner. I like writing things down. I find that I remember things better when I actually have gone through the act of physically writing. And I love magazines. I love books. I love flipping through a magazine aimlessly. Like, oh, that's cute. Or even, I don't even know if they still do this because I haven't had a magazine in a long time, but like, oh, here's a perfume sample. Let me try this right now. You know, I think I'm going to go with blue because I don't think in this set, unless I pull out the Macaron colors, I don't have like the teal that I'm thinking about. Actually, that's pretty. Those two are pretty. This is too gray. That's a no. But these two are nice. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not gonna do that because I've got a lot of green around here. These have green in them. I think I'm gonna go with the blue. After all that inquiry, the baby blue. Thank you, Devin. I'm like, after all of that inquiring, I'm gonna go with the blue. Taking pictures outside in the real world. and watching in the YouTube streets, doing real world activities. Look at you, Amy. Okay. Write something down to remember. Yeah, it's different when you write things out, you know? Okay, here goes mess phase 2. Oh, that's a different blue. Let me go back over here. Okay. I am so excited about finishing a page. I am so determined to actually do it. I'm going to stick down here on the bottom half first just to see if we go completely awry or not. I kind of feel like this other blue. Let's see. What about this one? No, we'll stick with this. These blues are all out of the Vibrant set of the Mont. So far, no, I've used some out of the Natural Hues as well. I love making a mess. But yeah, for me, there are certain things that I just still like to be analog about and not necessarily digital in everything in life. Now I do want to be a little bit neater when I get close to those leaves because I don't want it to be a complete nightmare. I feel like I want some richer blue over here in the corner. What you guys can see, not that blue. That's got a little bit of green in it too. More like that. Yeah, that's the one that I had out earlier. Now here's where it probably, oh goodness, it could be good to use your paintbrush because I don't have this page taped down. That's what I should have done. I should have taped it down so that I could smudge away. But what I'm having to do is put my fingers on the page to hold it and then, smudge and stuff like that. I probably should have used a paintbrush and some Gamsol to do this background part. Let's see, Brittany, writing something physically while listening to anything auditory doesn't work for me at all. Are you saying doing both at once, kind of like chewing gum, walking and chewing gum, or whatever the thing is? For me, I don't know. Writing is just a helpful thing, and it's enjoyable, And plus, I like to thumb through my planner or thumb through a book or a magazine. I like that. I'm trying to keep the oil pastels having this kind of not quite striated, but you know what I mean? This side to side motion instead of like circular. So that's what I'm trying to make sure to smudge left to right. I feel like I could even add another color in here too. Put some of that in there. Let me get closer. Where's my blue that I was using? Was it this one? Okay. So we'll see now if I'm able to go over and cover this where I went outside of the line. Okay, where's my tortilla? I'm wiping my finger. I need to Let me clean this a little bit. I don't know where to put my finger. I've got that blue oil pastel all over it. It's picking up so much of it. I'm probably going to have to do another coat of this because I am scraping off the oil pastel with that. So let's abandon that and go back to our finger for now. I don't know where to put my hand. I don't want to get the blue in the middle of the flower. So what have we learned? We have learned that the tortillon is too rough and it is actually picking up the other oil pastel even though it has fixative on it. I'm going to try to take some oil pastel off of here and see if I can apply it with that. This is not being my friend today. I probably do need to use the Gamsol and a paintbrush to get in there. Well, no time like the present to use this. Lori, I'm going to close this back up quickly, okay? Nobody's got time for passing out. Although I have never actually had an issue, I guess I'll show this. I'm always doing this kind of stuff over to the side because I don't ever want to like get drips on my paper. But then again, when I'm normally doing this, I'm not live streaming it. Yeah, the paintbrush. Even though this is not a detailed paintbrush, you guys, this paintbrush really is for getting like rough and tumble with your piece. It's still doing better than that tortillon was doing. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to use a paintbrush when we need to get in close. And a lot of times that's what I would do to get in close on a piece is I would use a paintbrush and Gamsol. But sometimes the blending stump really just gives you what you need. But the one thing to remember though is with the Gamsol, it does have to dry. Unlike the oil pastel, it will dry too. I might come back and put some white in here if need be. I'm going to have a finished picture for the month of March. You know what I wish I had done as I'm thinking about it? Again, don't be like me. Don't buy your picture right before you go live. But if I had been thinking, I could have bought a picture that had one of the prompts in it. I could have bought a picture that had candy or something. One prompt that I haven't gotten to yet. But I didn't think that far ahead, so. So you guys know Karen Dash has oil pastels too. They're called Neo pastels. They're a little bit harder, a little bit stiffer. And I find that I need a variety of oil pastels. You need some that are super sennelier soft, and you need some that are, stiffer, depending on what it is that you're trying to do. Now, I don't like a super hard oil pastel. I tend to err on the side of creamy. but I'm gonna put some of this lighter color on top of that because that's a little bit too much of that ultramarine looking color. Okay, let's get our brush. It's fun to say tortillon. Yes. Anybody have any new hobbies that they're picking up or any old hobbies that they're putting down? I have kind of gone away from an old hobby, and that is jewelry making. I hardly ever do that. I was never a hardcore jewelry maker either, I should say. I mean, a couple pairs of earrings here and there in my life is about it. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, after I finish this first pass, I'm going to end up respraying this so that I can get the detail, because it's going to take me a couple of layers to cover up where I went outside the lines, I think, because it's so detailed. I've got brown from somewhere on my. You guys look at my hands. The good thing is it does wash out quickly. It's not the type of thing where it's like a dye where you're going to be walking around with that on your hands for a while. At least not in my experience. A good scrub a dub dub and you'll be back to normal. Let me do a little wipe down because I'm getting a bit extra messy. It's becoming problematic. Okay. Dry. Need some of this lighter color here. Yeah, I might definitely have to come back and do this detail stuff. Okay. All right, you guys. I am going to, have to figure out and respray and all the things. But I'm satisfied that I can finish this tonight, even if I didn't get it finished on this live. Man, I love it though. You can't even see the little AI bloop that much. Hi, View. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Anybody that I missed, hello. I encourage you all to go forth, pull out your oil pastels if you have them, and make a mess. And if you don't have them, get some and make a mess. Well, not so much a mess because they can be very, very neat, as we've kind of explored here together today. But I love them, and I'm loving this picture. I just need to finish up a couple of edges, and then we'll be good to go. Let me turn this paper over so that the whole thing looks better. Let's do this. It doesn't look bad, does it? For like a rush job. I love it. Oh, let me say this. I did not mention this. Not only can you go in with the brush, look, see, this is why it's time for me to go. I'm really like, I don't know. I've got too much going on mess-wise. But you can use your pencil. So I could go back, and this is probably what I'll do. I'll go back. I will respray this now that I've got the background on here. And then any of the little areas that you need to fix, A, you can go over with acrylic marker. B, you can go over with your colored pencils. So all of these little tight areas, once you spray the workable fixative, go in there with your colored pencils. And if you need to put multiple layers, and I would encourage you, if you're going over the oil pastel and not just in these in-between areas, I would encourage you to use a softer pencil. In my experience, that has worked better. So I have used the Prismacolors, of course, because y'all know I'm Team Prisma. I have used the I love the mess they make. This is when the background for the dragon. Background for the dragon. That, yes. If you're doing like, yes, I think like any sort of like dragony, gothic-y type page. Let me show you guys one page that I did with oil pastels. Let me grab it. Well, I actually have two that I've done with oil pastels. What was the other one? I don't remember. Was it Worlds Within Worlds? Hold on, bear with me. As Foxy would say, hold please, hopefully. I know it's a Kirby book, but I thought it was Kaleidomorphia. So here's one that I did with oil pastels. This one with oil pastels. And I know I did one other one, but hold on. I think I know where it is. Now this, let me tell you, this I sealed. So you see how I don't have any protective paper in here? Now this part right here, I got that on there while I was doing this page. But this has been closed up and it doesn't transfer when you completely seal the page. But let me find the other one because I feel like the other one was more gothic like what I'm thinking about. Huh. Here it is. I did this one with oil pastel. This was for Bubble. This was my first ever Kirby page. And this is what made me realize that I really did like Kirby. But I feel like it's got that gothic, dragony feel, but this is oil pastels. And here again, it's sealed, and I don't have to have a piece of paper in here. You see this page? I just have this book just closed up. As long as you seal it properly, you shouldn't have any problem with the oil pastel transferring over. But that's the oil pastel page. I love oil pastels, you guys. Uh-oh, Lori, I didn't put my lid back on right away, which I try to do. But of course, I would not do it in front of company. You know how you do something all the time and then company comes over and then you look like you never do it? Seal it with Krylon workable fix. Let me show you the two things. Well, actually three. I left the Krylon workable fixative by the back door when I ran over there to spray this page real quick. But I used number one, the Krylon workable fixative. Number one, if I'm going to fix my page, most of the time, that's what I'm going to reach for. But I also have used this matte finish from Krylon to fix a page with oil pastel or fix a project with oil pastel. If I don't have Krylon on hand, I've used this. And I have also used this, but this is going to leave a sheen. More of a sheen than the Krylon and more of a sheen than this. The other thing you can use to fix it is you can use this Satin Glazing Liquid by Golden. I don't tend to use this to fix my oil pastels though, but I know a lot of people do. One, because you don't have to go anywhere to spray it. Like whenever I spray these, I always go outside and spray it real quick. But this, you don't have to go outside. You can just brush this on. But I don't tend to use this. One, it has a little bit more of a sheen. It's not a gloss. It's literally just a satin finish. And I tend to prefer the finish of the workable fixative and the matte fixative because it kind of is not disturbing the finish that you already have. But this is a good one to seal it with as well. And then you don't have to worry about having 5,000 sheets of paper in your book. Do it in the studio. Yes. The satin glazing liquid, yes, that is a good one to use. You could also seal it, like I was saying. You could use matte medium. Let me see. You could seal it with any acrylic medium as well. You could seal it with matte medium. You could seal it with a varnish. This happens to be a gloss varnish. Unless you want that glossy, glowing look, I wouldn't seal it with this. But if you want that kind of shiny look to your page, you could definitely seal it with this gloss varnish or matte varnish or the satin glazing liquid. But my number one, those pages that you saw, no, not that one. Where is it? Oh, wait, that is. They're both in the same book. That's why I keep. Oh. Here it is. This was sealed with the workable fixative. So that's it, you guys. If any of them have water in them, that would be a no. No, you can seal it with these matte mediums. They do have water in them. All acrylics have water in them. Acrylics are water based. At least in my experience. Look, now if you do it and your page is a wash, don't blame me. I'm only telling you my experience. Now, if somebody's had a devastating experience with it, then I would listen to that. So, like, if you's like, no, that's not gonna work, y'all listen to View, okay? But in my experience, I have had success with all of these things. So I'm just telling you what I played with around here. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was a blast. Everybody be blessed. Have a good night. I will see you all on Monday. Anybody who wants a midday break, I do my Creatively Faithful at 2 p.m. Central. And if not, I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. And I'll have this page finished. It's practically finished now, right? Hi, Joan. I didn't even see you come in. Hey, Mona. Anybody I missed, I'm so sorry. Welcome. Can you, View says, can you use it with watercolor? To seal your watercolor? No. Was that the water thing? That's going to be a whole different thing, because if it's watercolor and you're using something with water, then you're right. That it is going to disrupt or wake up the water and blend it and do all the things. But what you can do with your watercolors is seal them with one of the sprays. I have been able to seal my watercolors with workable fixative. Y'all, I love workable fixative. I usually keep a can and a can and a can. Couple of backup cans, because I love workable fixative. Okay. But no, not on watercolor. Absolutely not. All right, you guys, be blessed. Have a good night. I will see y'all in the YouTube streets. Peace out.